Hi, and welcome back to Your Autism Game Plan. I'm Joya Vanderlaan, a family nurse practitioner, a functional medicine specialist, and an autism mom. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about occupational therapy and how functional medicine can help occupational therapy be even more effective. Functional medicine looks at root causes of problems and tries to resolve those root causes. So today we're going to look at that. My last couple of videos have been on what therapies can pair well with what different functional medicine principles, especially with regards to trying various supplements that might help accelerate your child's progress. As a side note, be sure to check out our website if you're not already watching from our website, and look for our course that just came out in the beginning of February. We're so excited to be able to offer this because we know that it's going to help thousands and hopefully more parents with autistic children to help their kids thrive and see immediate relief from certain bothersome autistic symptoms. It's a safe bet if you have a child with autism, especially if you've been at this for some time, that your child has been in some sort of occupational therapy, either for sensory issues or dexterity issues. Maybe they have a hard time grasping that spoon, or even walking or balance can be difficult for them. There's lots of reasons that a child might need occupational therapy. Certainly one of those things is sensory processing issues, right? They're averted to certain things. They don't like that tag on their shirt or the seams on their socks, or they can't wash their hands because the soap feels just icky to them. My daughter actually gags when I try and wash her hands, so we've had to figure out different ways around that because washing hands is non-negotiable. So we've had to get creative with that and also apply functional medicine techniques with her as well, and different supplements and therapies and all of that. So from a functional medicine perspective, why is a child having these symptoms? And I'm a curious person. I love to dig. Why is this happening? This is not, quote, normal, right? To have an aversion to soap on your hands, or to have an aversion to crunchy foods or soft foods or slimy foods, right? Although when I call it slimy, that doesn't sound so nice. But that's not typical, right? So what's going on with this child that they have this? And it's a very real thing. They're not making it up. What's going on? Is it a deficiency of a nutrient? Is it a toxicity issue? Is it a food sensitivity? What's going on with them? And can we address what's going on to help them? It's not nice for them either to have these aversions or these fixations or these sensory seeking behaviors. It's not nice for them necessarily, and then it's not nice for us either, right? So what can we do? Is there maybe a deficiency? Magnesium is a very common deficiency among most people, but certainly among our kids with autism. We know that very often they're deficient in magnesium. And is that a genetic thing, or is that because they're picky with their foods and so they're not getting it in? Is it because our foods generally are devoid, or actually lower for sure than they were 50 years ago because of the soil and because of how our foods are processed and stored, and and then they're not getting a good variety of foods because they're picky. And which comes first, the pickiness or the deficiencies, right? It's so hard to decide. It's confusing. I get it. One thing that you can try is magnesium supplementation with your child. Very easy. Magnesium glycinate is typically my first go-to. Unless constipation's a real issue, then we can try magnesium citrate. But magnesium glycinate is really, really well absorbed and helps with constipation to an extent as well. But it gets that magnesium into our cells. Magnesium is a cofactor for 350 different reactions in the body, and we need magnesium in order for those actions to happen. Without magnesium, that's kind of a stop on a lot of those functions in our bodies. Magnesium definitely can help with sensory issues, whether it's a sensory seeking issue, a sensory avoiding issue, and magnesium is very benign. The one case in which you wouldn't want to give your child extra magnesium is if they have any kidney issues, kidney failure, if they're on dialysis, that sort of thing, which again, very, very, very rare. But you would know if your child had that. So another way to get magnesium into your child to help them with their occupational therapy program or needs, sensory needs, is by Epsom salt baths. Epsom salts are magnesium sulfate, and we don't always make that correlation, but putting half of a cup of magnesium sulfate or Epsom salts in a bath can be really calming. What I like to do is do it right before bed to kind of get that kid calmed down, ready for bed, read them a story, sing to them, whatever your bedtime routine is with them. And it can actually help them sleep a little bit better too. And remember, we do absorb things through our skin. So putting them in a bath with magnesium is going to result in that magnesium getting absorbed. Just like anything else you put in the bath is going to get absorbed into their skin. So you want to be careful about what else you're putting in. Don't get the ones that are colored or fragranced unless it's essential oils. You want to be careful because that stuff too absorbs into our kids, and we know that a lot of kids with autism have detoxification deficits, deficiencies. And so we want to do our best to keep our kids away from that bad stuff and give them the good stuff. This has been a lot today. I've touched on a lot of different things. I hope you have found it helpful. And as always, thanks for watching. And remember, be gentle with yourself. You're doing a great job.